Hello everyone, my name is SVP, talking on a KingBee, and this is going to be something a little different. This video is going to be a weekly update on my progress in a brand new Pokemon Go account, and I'm tying it to my fitness and health. I've reached a point in life where I have to deal with my weight. I don't have scales, but the last time I was weighed, when I had surgery to help clear out my airways, I was 180 kilograms. As you can see by my frame, I am quite overweight. Between the mass lockdowns and my depression and mental health issues, I've put on a lot more weight over the past 2 years faster than I ever had previously, and I found it very difficult to have the energy or motivation to do anything about it. It's been a vicious cycle of bad choices mixed with depression. Lately though, I've been going for occasional walks with a friend of mine and gotten back into Pokemon Go. So I decided to use this as motivation to lose some weight and start on the path to being healthier. I won't be perfect. Depression strikes me often and I can't predict it. I suffer from a back injury. I have weak ankles that are literally damaged because I rolled them so often as a teenager. They often get sore and have persistent pain if I'm on my feet too much. The weight certainly doesn't help any of these issues. So I may not be consistent, but I need to try. The aim will be to achieve the 25-kilometer goal in the Pokemon Go app each week, and to go for a walk at least 6 days a week. I'm starting on a Thursday and will be releasing these videos each Monday, my time, so I'm not likely to achieve the goal this week. But moving forward, that's the aim. I hope these videos will be fun, and I hope that working through Pokemon Go will be interesting to see, but I'll be honest, this particular video series is mostly about me and my health. I need to do something, and this will keep me accountable. Let's see how I went this week. So I started the new account and picked Charmander as my starter. I connected my Pokemon Go Plus and went out for a walk. At the first gym I passed, I selected Team Valor and continued on my way. I went down to the local park, near the dog walking trails, to a playground with a ton of Pokestops and a beautiful lake. I went around the playground first to collect all of the Pokestops and put a newly caught Kangaskhan into the gym. I rounded the lake as the sun was shining a beautiful orange through the clouds. At the next gym Team Valor owned, I left another Kangaskhan. I cleared out a few Team Rocket members and made another pass around the park before heading back home. It ended up being a good long walk for me at 1 hour and 10 minutes and 4.6 kilometers. I got to level 16 on the first day. I have 2 Pokemon in gyms and I've caught 188 Pokemon. I did some appraising to see if any were worth raising, as I don't want to waste any Stardust at the moment. I will still be waiting for a while yet until I pass at least level 20, likely even higher, to raise any of them. A good first day trying to get fit. It's crazy how far you can get in one day with a new account. I have no idea what I'm aiming for game-wise, so I'm doing some research and trying to process the information on some good strategies. For now, I'm looking forward to hatching some of these eggs tomorrow. I ended up having a bad mental day and wasn't out of bed until 2:30 PM. I went straight to class and thankfully the prac was properly timed and I could be finished in an okay amount of time. So I went for my walk at 8:15 PM when it was dark. Thankfully, this is the last practical for the trimester. Unfortunately, this means I have to be home by 9 PM because of curfew. I chose to head in the opposite direction to yesterday. There are fewer Pokestops to restock Pokeballs for the Pogo Plus, and this area is just not as busy, so I don't get anywhere near as good a haul as yesterday. I also didn't use the incense as I wouldn't be out for long enough. I took over 2 gyms, leaving Kangaskhan and Giraffary to guard them. Have a look at where this gym is, by the way. I can't even technically walk up to it. I did collect enough research to be able to catch Hooper. Not great IVs, but it's a lot stronger than anything else I have right now, so I'll take it. I walk back in the house at 9:05. I won't tell if you don't. I only got about 50 Pokemon on the walk. The rest had been gotten the day before or through the day while at home. I walked for maybe 40 minutes and only just missed out on hatching one last egg, travelling 2.3 kilometers. I also made it to level 18. Still, for a last minute expedition, I'm glad I got the walk in. I needed to clean the house as, good news, we hit a 70% partial vaccination rate here in Victoria. So a few very minor things are changing about our lockdown. One of those things was in-person real estate inspections. So I had some last minute scrambling to get the house in order for that before I went to my chiropractor appointment. And then for a walk. I was planning on walking around near my appointment for a change of scenery, but there really wasn't anything there, so I went to the park again. Until the distance I'm allowed to go from my house exceeds 5 kilometers, I think this is where I'll spend most of my walks. I went around the lake and the park again to make sure I could stock up on Pokeballs as I was going. It was a windy day. I don't know if these images do it justice, but it was pretty bad. I walked about 2.5 kilometers, or around 45 minutes. I didn't take note of how many I caught specifically that day, but we hit the level 20 milestone, so that was cool. It's Oshawott Community Day! I'm really bad at keeping up with the details about community days, so I almost missed this. And when I did find out, I really didn't want to go out today. But I also really wanted an Oshawott. Well, a lot of Oshawott. So I went near the end of the day. It was really windy, like yesterday, Saturday, times 2. If I wasn't sheltered enough, the wind was knocking me around. I decided to use my incense, and it seemed like one of those times that a lucky egg might be handy. I permitted myself to use 2 of them for the day. I did 2 laps around the park and lake, and then I did a double back at the end to make the most of people in the park using lures to get as many Pokemon as I could. I skipped every rocket battle, but I did choose to put some Pokemon in gyms as I went, before heading back home when I couldn't take the wind anymore. I actually managed to get one final shiny not far from my house, as well as catch an Oshawott playing on my lawn, and another that snuck into my house and started playing on my desk. I walked 5.7 kilometers over 1.5 hours, and I caught so many Pokemon. So many Oshawott. I even had to transfer 75 Pokemon to the professor in the middle of the walk, and still ended up with a full box at the end of the day. I don't even know how many got away, or how many Pokeballs I used. Somewhere near 400, I think. And I walked away with 13 shinies. I'm really happy with the haul. I will say I'm pleased with this week. I'm feeling surprisingly positive, and I think this is a good strategy. I managed to get 15.5 kilometers in 4 days. Technically still below the goal, but I truly feel like I might be able to achieve something that I haven't been able to previously. Here's our final stats for the week. I'm stoked. I hope you were entertained, and I hope you'll join me again next week. Until then, my name is SVP, talking on a KingBee, and I'm buzzing out. Ciao for now.